Welcome back, everyone, to the Bears Drop Up Plays YouTube channel. Today is Wednesday, October 29th, and I finally found a Conference USA game that I'm decently confident in. I've been watching Conference USA now for 2 weeks on the weekdays. JMU and Texas State play tonight. I'm leaning JMU. Mine's 6.5. Going to drop this about 6 o'clock probably. So if you want to take JMU, go for it. I also like Kennesaw State. Minus 6.5 first half. But the game that we have today, a lot of people are taking Jacksonville State. I've been watching Middle Tennessee the last 2 weeks, and they have been playing some pretty good football. So before we talk about that game, let's talk about the games we had on Saturday. A decent record again on Saturday, back-to-back, kind of building them up. 9-6 on the game picks, 2-1 on the player props. Player props first, we had John Mateer over the 1.5 passing. That did not hit. We're going to talk about Oklahoma here in a second. Marcel Reed over 1.5 passing touchdowns. I mean, they absolutely dominate LSU on the road. That was an easy cash. And then Ty Simpson was the last one. Alabama had to make a comeback going up against South Carolina, but they got it done. So 2-1 of the player props. All the game picks. Oklahoma minus 5.5. Horrible decision. Oklahoma defense, maybe not that good. They've been playing well. That was kind of their real first test. Ole Miss looked good. Trinidad looked good. Don't know what to say. Just a bad pick. Memphis plus 6 outright going up against South Florida. They get the job done and they save their season. Illinois plus 4 going up against Washington. Washington beat a good team at home. I took a chance on that one because I thought Illinois was a better team. Didn't work out. BYU plus 2.5. Looked scary early. Got the job done. Scored before half. Scored out of the half. Got a pick 6. And the game was over after that. Vanderbilt minus 2.5 gets the job done as well at home. Biggest win for Vanderbilt in a long time. Bo goes out with an injury for Missouri. Looks like a broken ankle or something like that. So bad news for Missouri. Miami, Ohio, our other lock, minus 1.5. They were down in the fourth quarter. Had a Quan Finn legacy drive. They win the game by, I believe, 8. Going up against Western, they are my MAC team. I will be betting them every single week. A&M minus 2.5. Stomp all over LSU and get Brian Kelly fired, which is awesome. Northwestern plus 7.5. Going up against Nebraska. Felt like Northwestern could have won that game as well, but Nebraska found a way to win. UCLA gets steamrolled by Indiana. We had UCLA, so that was a bad pick. Mississippi State plus 7.5. Brutal what happened to them. Texas was down 17 with 8 minutes left. Overtime, Texas scores. Mississippi State, they just choked. There's nothing else to say. They were up 31-14. In the fourth quarter or something like that. So I think they lost 38-31. But inexcusable for Mississippi State to lose that game. They barely covered the number as well. And I really thought whenever what's his name? Shapen got sacked, that big Texas kid was going to pick it up and run it back for the cover. But Mississippi State does cover plus 7.5. Kansas State goes over 55. Kansas State waxes Kansas. Missouri Vandy under. That was never a doubt. 52.5 points. And then the last two are two losers. Bama minus 11.5 and Minnesota plus 8.5. Minnesota gets stomped on by the Hawkeyes. A little bit angry after their loss to Penn State. They looked pretty good. And then Alabama, like I said, barely escaping away with a win. So not a bad day. 11-7 total. Let's talk about this Middle Tennessee game going up against Jacksonville State. Conference USA game. Middle Tennessee is looking for a win. They only have one win on the season. I will say this about Jacksonville State. 30.7 points per game on average. 54th in the nation. Their defense has not been good this year. They are giving up 29 points per game almost. Gavin Wimsatt, they have two quarterbacks. Gavin Wimsatt, 56% passing for 593 yards. The kid that played last week is Caden Creel. He had 116 yards and a touchdown. He is questionable to go in this game, injured with an elbow. If Caden Creel does not play, that is even better for Middle Tennessee because Jacksonville State runs the ball. They run the ball. They run the ball. They run the ball. They run the ball. They can't throw the ball. Middle Tennessee has a chance here to stack the box if Caden Creel does not play because Caden Creel is the number 2 rusher for Jacksonville State this season with nearly 500 yards and 3 touchdowns. He plays the quarterback spot. Gavin Wimsatt, he can run as well, but Cam Cook's the leading runner here, 949 yards on the season, very good, but Jacksonville State loves to run the ball. They can't throw the ball. For Middle Tennessee, they're coming off 2 games that I watched them in both games. Delaware, they could have won that game. Missouri State, they should have won that game. Missouri State's a pretty good team this season in their conference. I think that's probably the pick tomorrow. I think They either play Wednesday night or Thursday night. But if Missouri State plays tomorrow, I might take Missouri State as well. But Middle Tennessee has been very competitive. They've covered the number in back-to-back games off of losses. They easily could have won both those games as well. They just fourth quarter, they kind of just fall apart. But I think they have a very good chance to win this game. They're going to be at home, 1 win on the season. Jacksonville State, like I said, scoring a bunch of points this season, 30 points per game. The defense has been struggling. This is going to be the difference. Nicholas Vadiato. He has played very, very well in the last 2 games. The 2 games that they should have won against Delaware and Missouri State, he has been the key factor. He is throwing the ball all over the place, 500-plus yards, 5 touchdowns as well through the year. He's getting everybody involved. Lacey, they need to get Lacey more involved, the wide receiver, the small guy in the slot. But the tight end as well. We're going to talk about him in a second on the player props. The tight end has been picking up the slack for the receiving core as well. Difference in this one, it's one-dimensional Jacksonville State going up against the Middle Tennessee offense who can do a little bit of both. They would rather pass the ball in this game, but they can run the ball as well. Middle Tennessee has to sack the box. They've got to put 8 in the box. They can shut down Jacksonville State. And like I said, the 2 quarterbacks Jacksonville State has, 54% completion rate and a 53% completion rate. They just can't throw the ball. Jacksonville State, great ground game, lack quarterback play, stack the box, make them one-dimensional, which they are one-dimensional. Middle Tennessee can win this game. I'm going to take them +6. I know it's crazy. Jacksonville State can win a couple games and get bowl eligible. Middle Tennessee not bowl eligible because they only have 1-1 in the season. But I really think Middle Tennessee is the better team. Just the way that they've been playing, I think they're the better team. So give me the +6 as the play there. For the player props, we're going to take Nicholas Vadiato over his total passing yards of 260.5. He's been right around that number in the last 2 games going up against Delaware and Missouri State. And let me pull up the numbers here for Hunter Tipton. Now, I did say Middle Tennessee over the last couple of games has been playing a lot better. A lot of that has to do with the play of their tight end, Hunter Tipton. They didn't get Lacey going in the last game, which I really thought hurt them a lot going up against Delaware, but he really didn't get going. Here's Hunter Tipton's numbers over the last 3 games. He's projected to have over 44.5 the player prop, but his player numbers over the last 3 games. 45 yards, 54 yards, 56 yards. He's had 5+ targets in all of those games as well. They like getting the ball to the tight end. He's had a couple big plays already from Middle Tennessee over the last couple of weeks. I'm going to take the over 44.5 receiving yards for the last player prop. All the plays Middle Tennessee +6. Vadiato over the passing, Hunter Tipton over the 44.5 receiving. Let's check if Missouri State plays tomorrow. It's either Wednesday or Thursday. I want to make sure we don't miss the Missouri State game. They play Wednesday against FIU. FIU is the most confusing team in the world. They beat the hell out of Western Kentucky, and then the week after, they get beat to hell by Kennesaw State. I just have no read on FIU. Quarterback play is not great. Defense not great. Sometimes they play well. Sometimes they don't. Extra play, we'll take Missouri State minus the 3.5. Missouri State's been consistent. The defense has been playing well. The quarterback play has been good. The offense is moving the ball down the field. They should have never – I mean, they made a lot of mistakes. I'm going to give credit to Middle Tennessee, but they made a lot of mistakes going up against Middle Tennessee. And a lot of those were forced by the Middle Tennessee defense. But Missouri State could have easily beat Middle Tennessee by 21 points. Middle Tennessee just had a lot of fight. So we're going to take Missouri State there, minus the 3.5 at home, going up against FIU as well. Guys, it's going to do it for the NCAA football picks and props for Wednesday, October 29th slated games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please drop like this video, and thanks for watching.